We are expecting 3 more, but I think it's okay. We'll just wait a while. Okay, they might be coming in later. Okay, so as I was saying, we are already at magnets part 4. Okay, I believe most of you have joined us only in part 3, I think, most of you. Okay, Mani Deepa is supposed to be in this class. She's been a regular student for very long, but I think she went back to India for holiday. That's why she's probably joining us maybe 2-3 weeks from now. Okay, so I guess since most of you are new and we have a new student here, Eldon is here for trial. Okay, we will just go through very briefly the house rules again, right? I'm not going to spend too long on it. Basically, I think the 3 girls are doing a great job. You have renamed yourself as your real name, and you've also turned off your microphone as well as turned on your video. So that's very well done. Okay, for Aiden, probably because it's your first lesson, so you might just want to also take note of this. Okay, try to turn on your video unless you're like facing some technical issues with your video and your microphone. Yeah, thank you so much, Eldon. Okay, so then another thing is that if you have a question you'd like to ask, you can always type in the chat. Like I think Nicole has been typing in the chat and I've been looking at her questions as well. And unless if it's something really urgent, then you probably might want to just click on the reaction button and then you have a raise hand function. Okay, so I've just demonstrated that to you. So you can just raise your hand and you will then be prioritized to the front. And then, of course, I'll give you the permission to unmute yourself and then you can speak. Okay, the reason why we do not want you to unmute your microphone is because if everybody, okay, was to unmute your microphone, there's going to be a lot of background sound. Okay, so I think this is the best solution for that. Okay, of course, if you need to go toilet, like Eldon, I think this is your first lesson. If you need to go toilet, just feel free to go. But maybe just drop me a text in the chat, or you can just ask verbally. Okay, so all in all, let's just all be mindful and be respectful to one another. Okay, now let us start off by watching a video on magnets. Can I just have a show of hands? How many of you have learned magnet already? Yes, Nicole, Irina. Who else? Everybody has learned. Yeah. Irina, Hanushka. Okay, great. So it's not something new to you. So that means I don't really have to start from the beginning per se. Okay, we just do the questions and take it as a revision, right? The syllabus has changed. I know you are in primary 4 now. Some schools do magnets in primary 4, some schools do it in primary 3. You are the last batch, actually. You are the last batch following the old syllabus. So when you're doing PSLE exam, when you're in primary 6, you will be doing the old syllabus, which means it includes topics like cells as well. Okay, the part on cells has already been removed for your juniors. That means the P3 batch this year. Okay, the primary 3 students this year are following the new syllabus. So you are primary 4, you are the last batch following the old syllabus. Okay. All right, so let's get started. Where is this? Okay, let's watch. Okay, now I think based on the video, there are 2 concepts, okay, 2 main concepts which we've learned. One of the experiment that she did was with gold ring, right, a key and all. So basically the concept that comes from the experiment is that magnets attract magnetic materials. Okay, so that's concept number 1. Now, concept number 2 would be because she tried to put the like poles together and the unlike poles together, right? So then after that, I think the other concept that comes from that video, okay, concept number 1 is that magnets attract magnetic materials. Okay, and by magnetic materials, I think we all know there are 4. School is not cool. Steel, iron, nickel, and cobalt. Okay, so school is not cool. But generally, I think what's going to be tested for your PSLE are going to be steel and iron only. Okay, there's one student Yeah. Who is that? Let me see. Darius. Okay, Darius. Hi, Darius. Okay, now, what was I saying? Yeah, so that is concept number 1 that is shown in the video itself. Okay, I think concept number 2. Okay, concept number 2 is, remember she did the experiment on light poles and unlike poles. So concept number 2 is light poles repel, unlike poles attract. Okay, like poles repel and unlike poles attract. Are we clear with that? I think that was a very simple, I will say it's a simple video showing very simple experiments. Okay, right, let's move on. Okay, now let's try to do the questions. There are a total of 16 MCQ questions, and I think there are about 4 open-ended questions. So what we'll do is we'll finish up all the MCQ questions first before I give you a short break. Then after that, we'll have a game. Then we'll continue with the open-ended questions. Okay, so now let's take a look. Since all of you have learned magnets, I think shouldn't be too difficult. Now, Sabrina placed the following magnet into a container filled with iron safety pins. Which part or parts of the magnet would attract the most pins? Anyone would like to try? Hanushka.
D and E.
Very good. D and E. Okay. D and E. I think the underlying concept is that the poles are the strongest, right? So magnetic force is strongest at its poles. Right? Because magnetic force is strongest at its poles. That's why the part which will attract the most pins will be parts D and E. All right. Now, question 2, Anthony made 4 electromagnets using the setup below. Which tool should he use if he wanted to find out? Okay, what is the aim of the experiment? To find out how the number of batteries would affect the strength. So whenever you see the 3 words to find out, it basically tells you the aim of the experiment. So what is the aim? The aim is to find out if the number of batteries. So the number of batteries is actually your change variable. Okay, the strength of the electromagnet is your measured variable. So what are you measuring? So change variable is the number of batteries. So we need to make sure that the coils is the same. So coils is the same, batteries is different. So actually we can use A and D, right? Eldon, you want to answer? Is it, Eldon? You're raising your hands? No? Oh, I thought you were raising your hands. Okay, another setup that we can use is also B and C, because B and C have same number of coils, right? But different number of batteries. So remember, the aim is to find out the number of batteries. So the number of batteries must be the change variable. So we can actually use B and C also. So if you look at all the options, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Okay, there is no A and D, but there is B and C. So the answer is C. Any questions with this? No, everybody's okay. Let me have a look. Answer is D. Yes, Nicole, correct. Good. Anyway, sorry, answer is not D. Answer is D, set up D and C. I think maybe that's what you meant. Okay, the final answer is C. Because we can use either setups B and C, or we can use setups A and D. Okay? Oh, it was for the first question. I see. Okay, now next one. Ping Ping had a bowl containing a mixture of 2 items. She successfully separated one item using a bar magnet, leaving the other item in the bowl. So there are two items. One of them is removed by the bar magnet. The other one is left behind. Okay. One item is attracted by the bar magnet. The other item is in the bowl. Okay. So that tells us that one of them must be, if they can be attracted by the magnet, they must be a magnetic material. Okay, the other one is left behind, so the other item must be non-magnetic material. Okay, so in this case, this is non-magnetic. This eraser is also non-magnetic. Now, please be careful, okay? Copper is non-magnetic. Only these four are magnetics. Steel, iron, nickel, cobalt. Okay, so copper is non-magnetic. This is magnetic. Iron is also magnetic. Marble is non-magnetic. Iron is magnetic. Marble is non-magnetic. Erasers are non-magnetic. So you got your answer already. Yes, Anushka, you want to try?
It's both C.
That's right. Well done. Okay, it's both C because like we have sorted it out. That is the only one with one non-magnetic and magnetic. So if let's say we were to try to color code it, okay, you want to make sure that they are of different colors. This is all magnetic. See? So both C is the only one that has one magnetic material and one non-magnetic material. Okay, I have someone here. Who is that? It's a bit late now. Who is this? Let me see. Oh, Kaden. Okay, Kaden is here for trial. Kaden. Okay. I've got almost everybody here except for Adler. Hi, Kaden. Okay, Kaden, you came in a little bit late. Actually, we are doing they've watched a video on magnets, and then currently we are going through question number 3 for the assignment. Okay, if any questions for question 1 and 2, maybe later on after class we can discuss. Okay. All right. So any questions with question 3? Everybody is clear? Everybody's good? Okay, let's move on. Which one of the following cannot work? Okay, cannot work without making use of magnetism. Oopsie, sorry. Okay, this one I think is mostly an application question. Okay, basically you need to know what are the items that uses magnetism. Okay, so do you think a blender uses magnetism? Right? Which one cannot work without magnetism? Okay, maybe let me just show you a blender. I think it depends on what kind of blender, but generally nowadays the new kind of blender, right? They do have some form of magnetic field in them. See? So you can lock the jar. Can you see the image here? You can lock the jar by the magnets. Yeah. So in fact, actually blenders nowadays, in terms of like new generation kind of blenders, they tend to have magnets inside. So this one will not work if you don't have magnetism. Yeah. Okay. Then in terms of vacuum cleaner, what do you think? Yes, right? Vacuum cleaner also has magnet. Iron? Electrical iron? No. Yeah. Watch? No. Okay.